And now on to our dinosaur of the day, Cruxicheiros, which was a request from Big Sheep via our Patreon and Discord. So thanks.
And it's spelled kind of like Cruxicheiros, Crux.
Right, because its name means cross hand. We're keeping with our theropod theme. This is a Tetanuran theropod dinosaur that lived in the Middle Jurassic in what is now Warwickshire, England. It was found in the chipping Norton Limestone Formation. And I feel like I don't need to go over what a Tetanuran is because you just gave a good explanation, Garrett. But anyway, so Cruxicheiros, unfortunately, what was found was too fragmentary to narrow down further than it being a Tetanuran, because as we now know, that Tetanuran group is quite large.
It is, yes. But that means they figured out it wasn't a ceratosaur.
Yes.
Main other contender in the Middle Jurassic.
It looked similar to Megalosaurus. It walked on two legs. It had a muscular body, a large head, a long tail, short arms. It was a large carnivore with sharp teeth. And it's estimated to be about 9 meters or almost 30 feet long. For a long time, it was thought to be Megalosaurus. That happens a lot with that wastebasket taxon.
Mm-hmm.
The fossils were found in the early 1960s. They were probably collected in 1 or 2 field seasons, but there's not really any detailed collections records. They were at the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery until 2008. It was part of a temporary display in the early 1990s. And then they were transferred to the Warwickshire Museum Service, where they were more closely studied. The holotype's a partial right thigh bone, or femur, and some more fossils found include some vertebrae, part of the shoulder, part of the hip, and rib and bone fragments. They're all thought to be from the same individual as the holotype, based on the relative sizes of the bones and the fact that there's no duplicate bones, so they think it all came from one individual.
Okay, so we got no skull. And not really much of the limbs other than the femur, but sort of the middle part was the vertebrae, hip, ribs.
Yeah. But there's enough to know that it's distinct from Megalosaurus. Like there's a ridge within a groove on the femur that's different from Megalosaurus. Details. It's all in the details.
Well, the Megalosaurus also has a lot of hip and leg, just a little bit of head.
The type and only species is Cruxicheiros numanorum. It was described in 2010 by Roger Benson and Jonathan Radley. The genus name Cruxicheiros means crosshand, and it refers to the crosshands quarry where the fossils were found. The species name numanorum is in honor of the Newman family who owns the quarry. And this dinosaur helps show more diversity of large theropods in the area, not just Megalosaurus. Some other dinosaurs that lived around the same time and place include Cetasaurus and, of course, Megalosaurus. It's possible that scrotum humanum Megalosaurus fossil came from the same formation. There were also Dromaeosaurs, Stegosaurs, Troodontids, Therizinosaurs, but all of them are indeterminate. It's too fragmentary to know any more details.
So there's a fairly wide variety of dinosaurs, but not a lot of good preservation happening there.
Mm-hmm.